master the Ascension process now. Confront your fears. When we think of confidence, we usually think of someone who's confident in their ability to do something or who's confident enough to make a move. But how about confidence in ourselves? Confidence is an important quality to have, especially if you're planning on doing something that could require a lot of risk-taking. When you are self-confident, you are able to do things that scare you sometimes. Without it, you're likely to step back and not take risks involved with pursuing your goals. In our fast-paced, busy lives, we can often feel that we're getting nowhere. We get frustrated and feel like we're not making any headway, but it's more likely that we're just making excuses. We are all moving on the same journey, and sometimes it feels like we're stuck in traffic. We can't seem to get where we want to be, no matter how hard we try, because our perception is distorted. We feel like something is missing from our lives. We think that if only someone would tell us what the missing piece is, then everything would fall into place and make sense. There is a very important principle in life that I call face your fears. Facing your fear is the birth of the power of your life. It is when you become the man or woman that you have always wanted to be and you have never been before. That becomes the greatest thing in life. You can make it happen by practicing this one principle. Become unafraid of the opinions of others. How do you get there? It starts with a decision to let your actions speak for themselves. You don't need anyone's approval. You don't want anyone to criticize you or tell you what to do, think, or feel. If someone criticizes your actions, smile and say thank you, because they are giving you information that will help you improve. If someone tells you what to do, ignore them. If they show you how they did it, learn from them. If someone tries to tell you what to think or feel, keep quiet and listen. If they try to teach you how to think or feel, use it. Ultimately, all that matters is that you know who you are and what you want out of life. When you do this, then all the pieces of your life start to fit together. And when they do, when you have found yourself and your purpose, everything else will fall into place around you. The problem with the way we think is that the problems we see are not always real. Life is not a problem, but fear is a problem. Fear makes everything a problem. But it's not really a problem because there's nothing wrong with your life. It's just that you're afraid that there might be something wrong with it. Fear is just an illusion of separation, and when you don't separate yourself from fear, you become love. We all have fears, even though we try to hide them. What we fear most about our fears is that they are real. So how do we begin to deal with our fears? The only way to eliminate fear is to face it with love. Love is the first step to defeating fear. This can be difficult, as it might make us uncomfortable at the moment. But if we are willing to do that, we can turn around and look at our fears from a different perspective. Fear can be overcome by observing it with love instead of running away from it. Fear often comes when we are divided against ourselves and trying to control something outside of ourselves. The greatest way to control your own life is to identify what you have lost control of and learn how to let go of it so you can regain control over yourself. When love comes into your life, you are no longer alone. You are no longer living in a world of things that cannot be trusted or loved. When love enters your world, you see a place where all things are perfect and beautiful and good and kind, and nothing can hurt you anymore. And then your world is so full of life that it is impossible to want anything but to want to keep on living in it forever. Your life becomes a celebration of possibilities instead of a struggle against obstacles. Every day becomes an opportunity to make miracles happen instead of frustrations and fears about what might happen in the future. There is a reason why the last 5 words of the Bhagavad Gita are, "Love is when you have known your inner sky." It's not hard to understand what life is about. It's your actions that make the difference. We all want to be happy, but we all find it difficult to do what is needed to attain that happiness. So how can we attain happiness? We feel happy when we are in love with someone. This love strengthens us and helps us in many ways. The best thing about being in love is that you have overcome many hurdles and problems, and this gives you the strength to go further in life. It also makes you learn many things from your partner, which guides you while growing up with him or her and makes you as a couple stronger. Being in love gives you strength and courage to face every situation because there is no problem too big for you to solve with your partner's support. This life is full of uncertainty, but if you are in love, then there are no uncertainties because you know everything will be all right. Love takes care of things that would otherwise worry us. It has made many people very rich and successful. We love you dearly. We are here with you. We are your family of light. Aho. This is a message to humanity from Aurora Ray, Ambassador of the Galactic Federation.